Hello, my name is Ravisha. This is subject computer oriented numerical statistical method. This is a unit 3 frequency distribution. First of all, introduction. A sequence of observation and made and a set of object included the sample drawn population is known as statistical data. These are the two types of data, ungrouped data and group data. Data which have been arranged in a systematic order are called the raw data or ungrouped data. Data represented in the form of frequency distribution is called the group data. The collection of data. The first step in any inquiry means investigations is collection of a data. The data may be collected for whole population or for a sample only. It is mostly collected on a sample basis. Collection of data is a very difficult job. The enumerator or investigator is a well-trained person who collects the statistical data. The response are the persons whom the information is collected. The classification of data. The data classification is the process of organizing data into the categories for its most effective and efficient use. A well-planned data classification system makes the essential data easy to find, retrieve. Written procedure and guidelines for a data classification should define what categories and criteria the organization will use to classify the data and specify the roles and responsibilities of employees within the organization regarding data. Once a data classification scheme has been created, the security standards that specify the appropriate handling practice for each category and storage. There are different types of category. Category 4, 3, 2, 1 means high security data, low security sensitive internal data and data that may be freely disclosed. Category 4 means highly sensitive corporate and customer data that if disclosed could put the organization at the financial or legal risk. Category 3 sensitive internal data that if disclosed could negatively affect the operations. Category 2 internal data that is not meant for the public disclosure. Sales contracts, rules and organizational charts. Category 1 data that may be freely disclosed with the public. Types of data. There are two types of data, primary data and secondary data. Primary data means the primary data are the first hand informations collected, compiled and published by the organization for some purpose. They are more organized original data in the character, have not undergone any sort of statistical method. Population census reports the primary data because these are collected, compiled and published by the population census organizations. Secondary data are the second hand information which are already collected by the someone for the some purpose and are available for the present study. मीन्स हमारे पास जो भी डेटा एक अवेलेबल है प्राइमरी सोर्स की तरह से और सेकेंड डेटा उसके ऊपर हमको परफॉर्म करना है स्टेटिस्टिकल मेथड्स के ऊपर. जैसे हमको एवरेज फाइंड करना है, पॉपुलेशन कितनी है वो फाइंड करने के लिए सेकेंड डेटा. प्राइमरी डेटा मीन्स द वन हैंड कलेक्शन, कोई पर्पस नहीं होता कलेक्शन डेटा करने के लिए, सिर्फ नॉर्मली हैंड पर्पस होता है. पॉपुलेशन सीनेंस रिपोर्ट्स मीन्स प्राइमरी डेटा मीन्स पॉपुलेशन कितनी है वो काउंट करना है, वो रिपोर्ट ऑलरेडी पास पड़ा है सेकेंड डेटा के पास. Then example, economic survey of England is a secondary data because these are collected by more than one organization like Bureau of Statistics and Board of Revenue and the banks, etc. That the difference between them primary secondary. Here we are getting the information about the primary data and difference between the primary and secondary data. The difference between the primary and secondary data is only a change of hand. The primary data are the first hand data information which is directly collected from the one source. They are mostly original data in a character and have no undergone any sort of techniques and sort of treatment, while the second data are the obtained from the some other sources or agencies. They are not pure in the character and have undergone some treatment at least once. The types of classification. There are different types of classification like geographical classification, chronographical classification, quantitative classifications and qualitative classifications. Means geographical means area wise, chronographical means on the basis of times, qualitative classification means according to the sum of attributes, quantitative classifications means in terms of magnitudes. The quantitative classifications refers to the classifications of the data according to some characteristic that can be measured such as a height, weight, income, sales and etc. The definition of frequency distribution. Here we are chapter is starts and introduction is finished. The frequency distribution. Frequency distribution means the value and the frequency, how often each value occurs. मीन्स कितनी बार एक चीज रिपीट होती है उसको फ्रीक्वेंसी बोलते हैं. कंटिन्यू काउंटिंग द फ्रीक्वेंसी we can make the frequency distribution table. There are two types of frequency: discrete frequency distribution and continuous frequency distribution. Newspapers means these are the numbers of the newspapers sold at the local shop over the last 10 days, 22, 20, 18. These are the numbers of papers. These are last 10 days, 18 and 20. Let us count how many of each number there is. Means here table A is the example of discrete frequency and table B is the example of continuous frequency distribution. The paper sold is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 18 is repeated 2 times, 19 is not available, 20 is repeated 4 times. These are the discrete frequency, means once in a frequency. Means paper sold means 15 to 19, 20 to 24, 25 to 29. Frequency are repeated in the 15 to 19, 2. Then 20 to 24, 20 to 24, 4 plus 2 plus 1 means 7. 25 to 29, 1. These are the continuous frequency. The class limit. What is the class limit? Class limits are the smallest and largest observation data events in each class. Each class has two limits, a lower and upper, means a lower limit and upper limits. Then for the first class 15 to 19 class, the lower limit is 15 and 19 is a upper limit. Class interval. What is the class interval? The difference between the upper and lower limit of the class is known as the class interval. Means for example, for the table B in the class 15 to 90, the interval is 4. How? 19 minus 15, 24 minus 20. These are the same in a continuous frequency, means 19 minus 15 is the class interval. The sum formula to obtain the estimate of the appropriate class interval. Means हमारे पास लास्ट है डेटा है और उसके पास हम क्लास इंटरवल फाइंड करना है. किस तरीके से? I is equal to L minus S by A. L means the largest item, means the 29. S is the smallest item, means 15. Then K is the number of classes, means हमको कितने क्लासेस में डिवाइड करना है, तो हमको क्लास इंटरवल मिल जाएगा. सेम है, हमको अगर क्लास इंटरवल पता है तो नंबर ऑफ क्लासेस कितने होंगे वो पता चल जाएगा. By this equation, I is equal to L minus S by K. The example: if the salary of 100 employees in the commercial undertaking varied between the rupees 10,000 to rupees 30,000 and we want to from 10 classes, then find the class interval. Here we are given the L means the highest and lowest salary 30,000 and 10,000, and K is means we want the 10 classes. Then what is the class interval? The class interval, by putting the values in the equations, we are given the 2,000. This is the class frequency. The number of observation corresponding to the particular class is known as the frequency of that class. The class frequency means the 15 to 19 frequency is 2. In the table B, the class 20 to 25 has a frequency 7. If there are 7 days in which number of papers sold between the 20 to 24, if we add the together frequencies in all individual classes, we obtain the total frequency, means 2 plus 7 plus 1 means the class frequency. Then this is the class frequency. 15 to 19 has a 2, 20 to 24 has a 7, and 20 to 29 has a 1 frequency, class frequency. This is a class 3 class, and this is his frequency. And what is the total frequency? Means 2 plus 7 plus 1. Class mark or class midpoint. What is it? Is the value of flying halfway between the lower and upper class limit of the class interval, means upper limit of the class and lower limit of the class by 2. Class boundaries. Class boundaries are the midpoint between the upper class limits, means 90, and next to the lower class limits, means 90 plus 20 divided by 2 is the class boundaries. Here we are the lower class boundary is the midpoint between the 14 to 15, means 15 to next previous 14 is a 14.5, and upper class boundary is the midpoint between the 19 to 20 is a 19.5. Width of the class. The difference between the two consecutive lower class limits, difference between the two consecutive upper class limits. Example is the 15 to 19 is the same example. Difference between the two consecutive lower class limits means 20 minus 15, 24 minus 19, 25 minus 20, and 29 minus 24. Here all are giving the same constant answer 5. The difference between the two consecutive upper class limits means is equal to 5, means class width is equal to 5. Class interval is equal to 4, class width is equal to 5. Frequency density. Here frequency density is the frequency upon class width. These are the equation of the frequency distribution density. The frequency density is used to draw the histogram The following table shows the age of 25 children on a school bus. Here our age is given and frequency is given. If the number of students covering the age 5 to 10 is the frequency is 6, 11 to 15, 15 students are in the 11 to 15 age. There are the table is given already. We have to find the frequency distribution. To draw the histogram, we need to frequency density. For class 5 to 10, the answer frequency is 6. So frequency density is equal to frequency divided by class width, means 11 minus 5, then 6 is equal to 1. Here for class 11 to 15, here we have to find the 11 to 15, frequency is 15, and 16 minus 11 is equal to class width, means answer is 5, and 15 by 5 is equal to 3. And we have to draw the histogram, then 5 to 10 means 5 to 10, our answer is the 6, means here 1, so here is 1. Here are the for class 11 to 15, so we have to answer frequency distribution is a 3. So we have to plot the graph in the x and y axis. Relative frequency. Relative frequency is the ratio of number of times an event occurs to the number of occasions on which might occur in the same period. In other words, how often something happens divided by all outcomes. Example, if your team has won 9 games from total of 12 games, means played, the frequency winning is 9, so 9 divided by 12 means you have to give the percentage is a relative frequency. Percentage frequency, that means calculate the percentage of given frequency. Percentage frequency means 100 into frequency of given class upon total frequency. The paper sold, this is a given, means frequency given in the class is the frequency is 2, and the percentage of frequency for the class 15 minus 19 is equal to 2 by total frequency is 7 plus 2 plus 1 means 10, and into 100 means 20%. This is the new topic of the cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency means the total number of frequency in all frequencies so far in the frequency distribution. It is the running and total of the frequencies, means here are the given examples, scores are the givens 1, 1, 4, 5 times 2 and 4 times 3 and 2 times 4 and 5. Here we are the putting in the we have to make the frequency distribution table. So first of all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs are given. Frequency means 1 is occurs in the 2 times, 2 is occurs in the 5 times, 3 occurs 4 times, and 4 occurs 2 times, and 5 occurs 1 times. What is a cumulative frequency? Cumulative frequency means a 2, then 5 plus 2 means 7, means here what is the frequency is next 4, means 7 plus 4 is equal to 11, means 11 plus 2 is equal to 13, and 1 plus 13 is equal to 14. Here are the cumulative frequency for the given class. Introduction. The measure of the central tendency is a single value that attempts to describe the set of data by identifying the central position within the set of data. The measures of central tendency are sometimes called the measure of central locations. Means we have to find the center, means average. So they are also classed the summary statistics. The mean is mostly like the measure of central tendency, means if we want to find the mean, then we most likely to measure the central tendency, means average, that you are the most familiar with the, but there are others such as the median and the mode. The mean, median and mode are the all valid measures of the central tendency. Here topic is the arithmetic mean. Arithmetic mean means the most popular and widely used measure of a representing the entire data by one value is what most laymen call the average, and what the statisticians call the arithmetic mean. Its value is obtained by the adding together and all the items and divide by the total number of frequency, total number of items. Means we have also called as the average, means arithmetic mean. Here as a two types of arithmetic means techniques, simple arithmetic mean or weighted arithmetic mean. In the first of all we have to discuss about the simple arithmetic mean. In the simple arithmetic mean there are two methods, direct method and shortcut method. Direct method to finding arithmetic mean, x bar is equal to number of samples, means x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus xn divided by total number of samples, means sigma x by n. X bar means the arithmetic mean, sum of all values of the variable x, and n is the number of observation. The step for finding arithmetic mean. The example is the following data is a monthly income of 10 employees, means here are the given in the 10 employees salary, and calculate the arithmetic mean, mean we have to find the average, central tendency. So what we have to do here, n is equal to 10, means x 1 plus x2 plus x3 means sigma x means we have the 10 number of data, then we have to add them. This is the 14,780, 15,760. They are the addition. Divide by number of samples means 10 number of employees are the givens, so by 10. So here is the sum of the 2,22,650 and divide by 10 means average salary will be 22,265. Shortcut method for finding arithmetic mean. Here we have to find the shortcut method. The arithmetic mean can be calculated by the using what is known as the arbitrary origin. When deviation are the taking from an arbitrary origin, the formula for calculating arithmetic mean x bar is equal to a plus sigma d by n, where a is the assumed means. We have the frequency tables and we have to assume one frequency, and we have to x d means x minus a means we have to assume the frequency a divided by number present frequency. The steps for finding arithmetic mean by shortcut method: take an assumed mean, take the deviation item from the assumed mean and then denote this deviation by d. Obtain the sum of these all deviations. We are getting the sums. The following are the same example are as 1, 2, 3 number of 10 employees means 10. Then income is this, and we have to assume that 22,000 means we can assume also 24,000, 20,000, 28,000, whatever we have to what we have to assume. Here 22,000 x is equal to 14,780 minus 22,000 means 7220. Then 15,760 means minus 22,000 is equal to minus 6240. Here all deviations are taken and the sigma d are the make 2650. What will be the equations? X is equal to a plus sigma d by n. Here a is equal to 22,000 means assume we have to assume 22,000. We can also assume, हम कुछ भी assume कर सकते हैं, जैसे 24,000 भी assume कर सकते हैं, 24,500 भी assume कर सकते हैं, पर हमें 14,780 में से 24,000 जो assume करते हैं उसको subtract करना पड़ेगा, उसका sum निकाल के sigma d बोलते हैं, उसको sigma d find करके equation में put करना है. A is equal to 22,000, here d is equal to 2650, n is equal to 10 means x is equal to 22,265. Here we are getting the same answer like the direct method, and these are the shortcut method. Calculation for arithmetic mean discrete frequency distribution. In a discrete frequency, arithmetic mean may be computed by applying the direct method and shortcut method. The direct method, we have the formula for computing mean, the x bar is equal to sigma fx by n. Those examples are the previous example are the depend on the discrete frequency. Now we have to find in the continuous frequency distribution. So fx is a frequency and x is the variable quotients, the total number of observations sigma f. Steps for finding the arithmetic mean for discrete frequency. Here are the two variables are there, marks and number of students means marks 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and number of students are the 8, 12, 20, 20 and 6, 4. These are the discrete frequency tables. We are already know that the 20, 30 are the discrete frequency. Let the max denoted by x and number of students is equal to by them. To calculate the arithmetic mean, sigma fx. Sigma fx means here the x marks is given, number of students is given 8 means 20 into 8 160, 30 into 12 360. Here are the number of students means frequency are given n, and sigma fx is equal to 2460. Here we have to put simple in equations 2460 by divided by 60 the 41, hence the average marks is a 41. The shortcut method, according to the method, x bar is equal to a plus sigma fd by n. Here same as the steps we have to follow. Some example are there. If we have to assume the frequency, then we have to do the same example. Just like the 20 marks is given, number of students is given. The suppose assume mean a is equal to 40. The 40 plus 60 by 60. How 60 by is coming? The number of students is this, and we have to assume the 40 numbers. We can also take the 30 and 25 whatever. That 40 minus 20 is 20. 40 minus 30 minus 40 means 10. 40 minus 40 is equal to 0. 50 minus 40 is equal to plus 10. 60 minus 40 is equal to plus 20. Here the number is given d. And what will be the f into d? Means f into the difference assume means in the difference between the x and x minus assume mean. The 8 into minus 20 means minus 160. 12 into minus 10 means minus 120, 20 into 0. These are the steps we have to follow. And what will be the get the sigma FD 60 and what will be the N 60. So what is the equations? A plus sigma FD by N means 40 plus 60 by 60 is equal to 1, then 41. Hence the arithmetic mean by shortcut method is a 60. Thank you so much.